Good morning. Today I am going to start with the physics chapter, that is force. When you push an object, when you push an object, it moves away from you. And when you pull an object, it comes near to you or towards you. So a push or a pull acting on an object is called force. So force means a push or a pull acting on an object. Acting on an object is called force. So that is known as force. Now, let us see that force as a push, force as pull. For example, that is force as a push. When you press the key, when you press a key on the keyboard, so what are you doing? Actually, you are trying to push. That is an example. And pushing a car, that is also another example for force as push. So force as push, these are the examples. And force as pull, next one is force as pull. Force as pull, that is a donkey pulling the cart, that is the force as pull. Opening a cupboard, that is a action that you are doing when you are pulling it. So these are the examples for force as pull. Next, sometimes both push as well as pull is involved. So when we try to move a sofa, so some people try to push it, some people try to pull it. So here what happens? Here both the forces are active, that is the pull as well as the push. Now next let us see what is force act as in pairs. Force act in pairs. Force act in pairs. So force act in pairs means when an object exerts a force on the first object and a second force, that is a second object exerts an opposite force. A second object exerts an opposite force. So here what happens? The force act in pairs. For example, when we try to stretch a spring, when we try to stretch a spring, the spring also exerts an equal and opposite force on your arms. So here what happens is that the force act in pairs. That is an example for force act in pairs. Now forces can be divided into two types. One is contact forces and another one is non-contact forces. So now let us see first what are contact forces. So forces have been divided into two main types. One is contact force and another one is non-contact force. So first is contact force. Contact force. Contact forces are forces. Contact forces are forces that comes in contact or in touch between the objects. So contact forces are forces that come in contact or touch between the objects. Yes, that comes in contact or touch in between the objects. Is necessarily for the forces to operate between them. That type of forces is known as contact forces. Now under contact forces there are more forces coming. So let us see one by one. That is, first one is the tension force. First one is the tension force. Tension force means it is the force that acts on a string or on a wire, on a rope or on a cable, this type of force is known as tension force. It is always a pulling force. It is always a pulling force. So, for example, tension force. Yes, students, you all play tug of war, right? So, when you play tug of war, what are you doing? You are pulling the rope. Yes, so you are applying the force on the rope. So, it is a pulling force. That type of force is known as tension force. So tension force, it is a force that acts on a wire, a rope or a cable, yes, so or on a string. So all this type of forces is known as tension force. Now let us see the next force, that is the spring force. Next is the spring force. Next is the spring force. Yes, spring force. Spring force is the force that is exerted by compressed or stretched spring. It is exerted by the compressed or stretched spring upon any object that is attached to it. So that type of force is known as spring force. Example for spring force, that is movement of springs and movement of pendulum. All these are examples for spring force. So pendulum, all of you are aware of the clock. So the pendulum moves because of the action of this spring force that is attached to the object. Hence, that type of force is known as spring force. Next comes the friction force, that is the force of friction. Next comes the force of friction. Force of friction means the force that opposes a motion. The force that opposes. So force that opposes motion. That type of force. Force that opposes motion. Force that opposes motion is known as force of friction. So students, you all play carom board, right? When you play carom board, when you strike the caroms, so after a while it stops. Why it stops? Because of the force of friction. Because it opposes. Force opposes the motion. That type of force is known as force of friction. Now next force is the normal force. Next force is the normal force. Now let us see what is a normal force. Normal force is a support force or it is a reaction force when it acts on an object and when it comes in contact with another stable object. That type of force is known as normal force. So normal force is the force that is support force or reaction force that acts on an object. So it acts on an object. It acts on an object when it comes in contact. When it comes in contact with another stable object. That type of force is known as normal force. For example, when you keep a pile of books on the table, so the book exerts a force on the table. At the same time, the table also exerts an upward force. So that type of force is known as normal force. So these are the different types of forces that comes under contact forces. Now let us see no contact forces. Now let us see what is no contact forces. What are non-contact forces? Non-contact forces. Non-contact forces. So non-contact forces involve physical, that is, they do not involve any physical contact between the objects. Yes, they do not involve any physical contact between the objects. So it acts at a distance. That type of force is known as non-contact forces. So non-contact forces are forces that do not involve any physical contact with the objects. They act at a distance. That type of force is known as non-contact forces. Now let us see what are the different types of forces that comes under non-contact forces. First one is the gravitational force. That is, Earth has a huge mass. Yes, it attracts everything towards it or near to it. Yes, so here what happens? More amount of mass will be, because Earth has a huge mass, so it attracts everything towards it. So the gravitational force that is exerted by the Earth is called gravity. So the gravitational force exerted, the gravitational force that exerted by the Earth is called gravity. Okay, so that is known as gravity. So here, if some of the objects, the mass will be very less, so the gravitational force will be very small. Whereas Earth has a huge mass, so gravitational force is more. Yes. So examples for gravitational force, that is falling a fruit from a tree, or rain, that is rain falling from the sky. So all these are examples for gravitational force. Now next comes the electrical force. Next one is the electrical force. Now let us see what is electrical force. Second one is electrical force. Electrical force is the force that exerted by charged bodies or charged particles or uncharged particles. So force exerted by charged or uncharged bodies. So for example, when you comb your hair with a plastic comb, so you need to take a plastic comb and you just comb your hair. So once you comb, you take a bits of paper. Yes. So what happens? Take a bits of paper. So when you can bring the bits of paper very close to the comb. So here what happens? It gets attracted. The comb gets attracted towards the bits of paper. This is because of the electrical charge, that is the electrical force that acts between the comb and the bits of paper. That type of force is known as electrical force. So electrical force is the force that is exerted by the charged or uncharged body. So exerted force that is exerted by charged or uncharged bodies. So uncharged bodies. So I have already given an example that when a plastic ball is rubbed on hair and brought near the bits of paper gets attracted towards it. That is an example for electrical force. Now the last one is the magnetic force. The last one is the magnetic force. Magnetic force. So magnetic force is the force that is exerted, that is the force of attraction or repulsion. The force of attraction, force of attraction, force of attraction or repulsion. So force of attraction or repulsion exerted by magnets. Force of attraction or repulsion that is exerted by magnets. That type of force is known as magnetic force. So magnets always attract towards iron, cobalt, nickel, etc. So that type of force is known as magnetic force. So students, today we have already learned what is force what are the two different types of force, that is contact force and non-contact force. Is under contact force we have learned tension force, spring force, force of friction and normal force. And non-contact forces, under non-contact forces we have learned gravitational force, electrical force and magnetic force. So let me wind up for today children. See you.